Thank you for watching Fireproofing Your Lives, where we teach hope that survives the flame. Today, I want to talk about some feminine courage from women in the Bible. Most women are unsung heroes. The women do a lot for us, for everybody, but sometimes we don't even recognize them. Sometimes we don't even think about it, we don't say nothing. Proverbs chapter 25, verse 11, a word fitly spoken is like apples of gold in a setting of silver. Have you ever wondered what a word fitly spoken look like? The Old Testament has many examples of women who spoke words of encouragement and help and displayed a kind of God confidence that is to be the Bible, that is to be admired in the Bible. Consider these 10 women in the Bible who were bold and faithful in their spirit-led interventions and in their own ways. And they were mightily used by God. I just want to talk about 10. The Bible said in Exodus chapter 4, verse 24 to 26, I want you to read it. I'm not going to read the verse. But Zipporah, Moses was about to be put to death by the Lord. But Zipporah wisely intervened by circumcising his sons and therefore saving his life so he could fulfill his mission to lead God's people out of Egypt. Zipporah was Moses' wife. She intervened for this man to survive. Many a times women do things, but we don't even recognize them. They are powerful. Like Proverbs chapter 31 says, it describes a woman bigger and better than rubies. That was how Solomon was. Solomon's mother was describing a woman that Solomon needs. It's Proverbs 31. So we forget to recognize women, but they have led a lot of things. They have prayed, they are faithful to God, they have been faithful to God, and they have done a whole lot for us. Mothers, like our sisters, done a lot for us. The second woman I want to talk about is Deborah. Barak was hesitant to obey the Lord, but Deborah boldly reminded him of God's promise to go before them and the blessings that come with obedience. Judges chapter 4, verse 6 to 7. Through this, there was a lot of blessings that followed Barak. Manoah's wife. Manoah was tempted to fearfully overreacted after a visit from God. But Manoah's wife calmly and insightfully encouraged him with words of faith. Their promised son, Samson, would evoke longing for the greatest promised son, Jesus. These women, they stood, some of them stood by their husbands, some of them stood, they were solid. I will never recognize them. Judges, that was in Judges chapter 13, 22 to 23. Ruth. Say Ruth. It's a song. Ruth was this kind of a woman. Boaz was kind to pray for Ruth. Boaz was kind to pray for Ruth, that she would receive protection from God. But Ruth humbly called Boaz to recognize that he was God's choice to provide that protection. Ruth became the mother of Obed, grandfather of David. Ruth chapter 3, verse 9. The Bible talks about Hannah, one of the greatest women that lived. The priest Eli was unable to decipher the difference between a rambling drunk and troubled woman seeking the Lord. But Hannah gently corrected him and opened his eyes to see how God was at work. Sometimes preachers can't even see when God is at work, but this woman saw when God is at work. Women needs to be recognized. They're powerful. I salute all these women that stood by men. God's answer to her prayer, her son Samuel became a great prophet who would anoint David as a king. 1 Samuel 1, 12 to 18. There's a lady called Abigail. David was so angry and ready to commit murder. But Abigail discreetly appealed to him to do the right thing and leave vengeance to the Lord. See, God is working through all these women to save these men's lives, protecting David from folly of his temper. 1 Samuel 25, 30 to 33. The wise woman of Tekoa. David was unwilling to forgive his son, but the wise woman of Tekoa helped him to see that reconciliation was better than banish. Yet, God still working through the women, and they all say amen. They deserve a praise. They're heroes. 2 Samuel 14, 12 to 13. The wise woman of Abel Bethmaach. Joab was prepared to destroy an entire city because of one guilty man. Hey. But a wise woman of Abel Bethmaach entreated to find a peaceful solution, saving many lives. 2 Samuel 20, 16 to 21. The Shunammite woman. The Shunammite woman. Shunammite woman's husband was content to merely provide a meal to God's servant Elisha. But the Shunammite woman proposed that they show real hospitality and were rewarded in the birth of their son. 2 Kings 4, 9 to 10. If it wasn't the woman, they wouldn't have a son. These women are unsung heroes. Sometimes when your woman is telling you something, listen. Your wife, some husbands, when your wife tells you something, I'm the head of the man, I'm the head of, no, stop it. She'll be the one that saved you one day. Esther, the fearless one. Mordecai urged Esther to use all of her influence to change the king's deadly decree. But Esther humbly requested that first all the Jews in Susa gather for 3 days of fasting, demonstrating her belief that only God could save her and her people. Esther 4, 15, 16. All these women are powerful and they change a situation, not because they're women, but because they're women of God. And through them, God changed situations. They were fearless faith in Jesus. Did this list surprise you? That there were women that changed situations. There were wise women, strong women, solid women, women of God. These wise and faithful women intervene for the good of others. Some at some point risk of their very life. At some point, they risk their own lives. Brothers and sisters, be encouraged to read the Bible because it's full of bold, godly women who respectfully use their influence, help, rescue, protect, and guide those that needed it. May we all embrace the quick thinking of Zipporah, the diplomacy of Deborah, the insight of Manoah's wife, the exhortation of Ruth, the gentle correction of Hannah, the discretion of Abigail, the clever speech of the wise woman of Tekoa, and Abel Bethmaach, the hospitality of the Shunammite woman, and the courage of Esther. Are we courageous enough to possess the nation? Maybe we are. Think fast, to exhort, correct. These women did it all. These women in the Bible knew the greatness of their Lord. They knew the greatness of God, and they knew what God can do. Some of them have boldness of speech. Do you have boldness of speech? Some believers are so scared they can't even talk about God at work, or they can't even talk about God. They're running away. But let me tell you something. If these women stood and saved people and save situations and change situations, it means we all can do it today, now, tomorrow. Remember that all these things come from above. The courage, the faith, quick thinking, knowledge, wisdom, they all come from God. We just have to believe. We have to have faith. Believe in him. May God bless you. May God heal you. May God save you. May God give you the courage, the faith, the boldness, the quick thinking. May God give you the godliness of the courageous and faithful woman. May God bless you, keep you. And as you continue to listen to these teachings, may God give you heavenly understanding, knowledge, and wisdom. Grant you your heart desires and bless you. May we honor all the women in our lives, mothers, sisters, wives, daughters. We don't know what courageous thing they will do for you, for the world, for anybody. Stay blessed until we meet again. Thank you for watching.